Breaking news tonight, an apparent trade deal between the U.S. and the European Union. The president announcing the agreement just days before his deadline after months of negotiations with Europe.
I think it's great that we made a deal today instead of playing games.
A trade war seemingly averted with the EU, but with 15% tariffs set to go in place, what could it mean for the price you pay? New video tonight of a dramatic confrontation. The suspect in a stabbing rampage at a Michigan Walmart stopped in the parking lot by a crowd of people. You see it there, one man holding him at gunpoint until police arrived. Tonight, prosecutors say they want to charge the suspect with terrorism. Israel's military pausing fighting in parts of Gaza for life-saving aid deliveries like these, with millions on the brink of starvation. Here at home, extreme weather with flood rescues in Missouri and dangerous heat blanketing nearly half the country, where temperatures are set to soar next. The American Airlines flight emergency, the runway evacuation. Look at that, passengers sliding down chutes. Alarms blaring, smoke billowing from under the plane. What we're learning tonight from one of the people on board. An inside look at a new school security system. High-speed drones responding in less than a minute to take down a shooter before anyone gets hurt. And there's good news tonight about this little boy's field of dreams coming true.
Yes, dream come true. Dream come true.
This is NBC Nightly News with Hallie Jackson.
Good evening. We begin tonight with a transatlantic trade war apparently averted, with the president and the European Union reaching a preliminary deal agreeing to 15% tariffs, half of the more punishing 30% the president had threatened initially. He's spotlighting cars and agriculture in particular in this agreement. It's coming after months of tense negotiations and escalating fears ahead of Thursday night's deadline that no deal would mean Americans paying much more for more of what they're buying. But there are still questions ahead about this and other deals the White House wants. Our Kelly O'Donnell is traveling with the president in Scotland.
On the president's own turf.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
One battle in the tense trade war over. A much-anticipated deal between the U.S. and Europe reached at Mr. Trump's private club in Scotland today.
It's a very big deal. It's the biggest of all the deals.
This new framework comes just days before the president's evolving tariff deadline of August 1st.
We have a deal. We have a trade deal between the two largest economies in the world. And it's a big deal. It's a huge deal.
The White House says the president paused his private golf outing here to meet with the EU Commission president at her request. Ursula von der Leyen represents the 27-country alliance, among the largest U.S. trading partners.
It will bring stability. It will bring predictability. That's very important for our businesses on both sides of the Atlantic.
This preliminary agreement sets a 15% import tax, far less than the threatened tariffs of 30% and 50%, but still a real cost. The president emphasized that Europe also agrees to make new investments and buy American military equipment and energy.
It's going to bring a lot of unity and friendship.
The impact at home. Nashville small business Flora relies on supplies from Europe. And Kirby Howitt says she is hit with this kind of tariff.
It's a lot to shoulder for small business owners because we're taking care of ourselves. I have a family. And then I have employees that I feel responsible for.
Another question? The agreement does not determine tariffs for popular European favorites like wines and spirits.
Kelly O'Donnell is joining us now. Kelly, even these 15% tariffs could have an impact on what Americans pay for some of what they want.
Definitely. Consider those popular European car brands. Americans could expect to pay more. There are some broad categories of goods that are not a part of these tariffs, including some pharmaceuticals that are generic drugs and some agricultural products. The White House still has to provide all the fine print. More details to come. Hallie?
Kelly O'Donnell with the president in Scotland. Thank you. Even overseas, the president cannot escape the firestorm over the Jeffrey Epstein case here at home. Asked about that today, and denying trade talks are a way to try to turn the page. Yamiche Alcindor joins us now. And Yamiche, congressional Republicans are facing pressure too, right?
That's right. Today, House Speaker Mike Johnson defended his decision to cancel votes and send lawmakers home early for summer break because of a fight over the Epstein files in the House Rules Committee. On Meet the Press, Speaker Johnson accused Democrats of using the controversy to score political points. But many Republicans have been accusing the Trump administration of a cover-up. And a bipartisan House bill is aiming to force the Trump administration to publish all unclassified records on Epstein. Speaker Johnson called that effort, quote, reckless. But he said all credible evidence and information should be released. Hallie.
Yamiche Alcindor, thank you. Dramatic new video tonight shows bystanders appearing to stop the suspect in that stabbing spree at a Michigan Walmart. Maggie Vespa is there.
Throw the knife that way! Throw it away!
In Michigan, heart-stopping video that authorities say shows good Samaritans, one apparently armed, confronting a lone attacker who just allegedly stabbed 11 people at a Traverse City Walmart Saturday. Moments later, a deputy seen cuffing the suspect, now ID'd as 42-year-old Bradford James Gilley, who the sheriff says used this folding knife with a 3.5-inch blade to stab people at random. Gilley now being held on 11 counts of assault with intent to murder and 1 count of terrorism, carrying a possible life sentence. His motive not yet determined.
My understanding is the only thing that he said just prior to being taken into custody was, "Are you 911?" or something to that effect. That's it.
That's it.
Very, very few words spoken.
Officials say they don't know why Gilley, who lives in a town nearly 2 hours away, was in Traverse City, and that his criminal history includes what they call prior incidents of assault. Tonight, the local hospital says the victims range in age from 29 to 84, adding 1's been released, 2 remain in serious condition, the rest in fair condition. The sheriff praising those who stepped in to help.
Heroes in your mind?
Absolutely.
Yeah. No,
and that's why I say, I mean, in today's world, you can't get someone to stop and help somebody to change a spare tire, let alone you have someone that just brutally assaulted people. Unbelievable. My hat goes off to each and every one of them.
Maggie is joining us now from that Michigan Walmart. Maggie, what else do we know about how those 11 victims are doing tonight?
Well, Hallie, all 11 are expected to survive. Meanwhile, the families of multiple victims are asking for privacy tonight. The suspect in this case is expected to be arraigned tomorrow or Tuesday. It's unclear at this point if he has a lawyer. Hallie.
Maggie Vespa, thank you. Overseas now, a pause in fighting from the Israeli military to let critical humanitarian aid get into Gaza, with anger building globally over the starvation crisis unfolding there. Raf Sanchez reports, and a warning, some of what you're about to see is disturbing.
Tonight, as the famine in Gaza deepens, Israel is easing its restrictions on humanitarian aid, allowing Arab states to parachute food into the Strip and dropping some from IDF planes. The IDF also announcing new humanitarian corridors for UN trucks to deliver food, and pausing strikes for 10 hours a day so aid can get through, but only in the limited coastal areas seen here. The UN welcoming the moves, which come after the famine deaths of at least 133 people, according to the Gaza Health Ministry, 87 of them children. Doctors Without Borders says Israel has deliberately blocked large-scale food distribution for months, accusing it of using starvation as a weapon. The IDF denies that, saying there is no starvation in the Gaza Strip. This is a false campaign promoted by Hamas. But the shrunken body of Zainab Abu Hleb tells a different story. Just 4 months old, she was born chubby in February during a ceasefire. Now just 4 pounds and wasting away.
We don't have enough formula for babies like this.
Zainab died a few hours later, her tiny body wrapped in a shroud, her father holding her one last time as he carried his baby daughter to her grave. And the president saying today Israel needs to decide how to move forward with negotiations on a ceasefire hostage deal. Israel's parliament is now in recess, which could give Prime Minister Netanyahu more political room to make an agreement. Hallie.
Raf Sanchez, thank you. Back here at home, unrelenting heat, feeling like 110 plus in some spots, could get dangerous for about 150 million people now under alert. Ryan Chandler is tracking that.
Tonight, a days-long stretch of extreme weather, leaving more than 153 million Americans on alert. Flooding emergencies in Missouri forcing water rescues. First responders searching neighborhoods by raft. Officials say approximately 40 people were rescued out of their homes and vehicles.
Water was knee-deep inside some folks' houses here.
And scorching heat bearing down on areas not used to days of triple digits. People under heat alerts across 34 states.
For the dangerous heat, the dangerous scorching heat. This is a dangerous heat.
In Charlotte, it felt like 106 today. So hot, this wallet melted shut. And Tampa broke 100 degrees for the first time ever.
With heat this intense, how do people stay safe?
The most important thing is, like stay hydrated, wear appropriate clothing, and, try to stay in cool areas and air-conditioned areas.
Thunderstorms popping up along the East Coast tonight. New York City dealing with a triple threat under advisories for heat and air quality as storms force the area's 3 major airports into ground delays or stops. Millions of Americans sweating this summer scorcher with little relief in sight.
Ryan is joining us now from Dallas. And Ryan, it's the East Coast in the bullseye next, right?
That's right, Hallie. New York City and Boston, they could feel as hot as 105 degrees, and that heat is going to stick around there and throughout the southeast, at least until Wednesday. Hallie.
Ryan Chandler in Dallas, thank you. Scary moments for passengers on an American Airlines flight out of Denver, forced to slide off the plane, surrounded by smoke on the runway. George Solis has more from those on board when it happened.
Terror on the runway at Denver International Airport.
I just was briefed that there is a plane on fire.
Video shows fire and smoke billowing from under this American Airlines plane as 173 passengers and 6 crew on board were forced to evacuate using the aircraft's emergency slides on Saturday. Watch as one passenger falls. Another man with luggage in hand appearing to slip with a child.
You okay?
All as alarms blare on the runway. Another video capturing what appears to be a tire coming apart from the plane and rolling away. Flight 3023 was scheduled to depart from Denver, bound for Miami. The airline saying the combination of blown tires and the deceleration of the aircraft resulted in a minor isolated brake fire.
Somebody screamed, "Fire, burn!"
Passenger Mark Circus recorded this video of passengers running.
When did it become real for you?
Well, when I heard the boom, I knew something was wrong. It was a loud noise from under a plane. I knew something serious just happened.
Circus says the aircraft was speeding up prior to takeoff and that the pilot reacted quickly.
As soon as I heard the boom, he started braking because we were speeding up at the moment.
American Airlines saying one passenger was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. Tonight, the FAA says they're investigating.
George is at the Miami airport. And George, the transportation secretary is reminding people, don't try to bring your luggage if something like this happens.
Yeah, that's right, Hallie. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy saying FAA investigators are on the ground right now in Denver. The secretary also saying that he spoke with the American Airlines CEO about the incident. Hallie?
George Solis, thank you. Still ahead tonight, our first look at a new high-tech system using drones like these to respond to stop school shootings. The deadly shooting at the University of New Mexico this week, a reminder of the serious threat of gun violence in our nation's colleges and schools. And while many of them have some degree of security, one company is out with a new idea, high-speed drones to respond fast and take out a shooter before anyone can get hurt. Marissa Parra has an inside look.
Within seconds, the drones buzz to life and weave through hallways, searching for a fake school shooter, a demonstration of the real abilities they were built for. The co-founders of Texas-based company Campus Guardian Angel hope this is the future of school safety.
Our job is if somebody comes in a school with a gun, we respond in 5 seconds.
This is how it would work. Silent alarms in the school alert the company, then drones strategically placed on campus get deployed, and these drone pilots would navigate remotely from their headquarters in Austin, working in tandem with the school and police, inflicting non-lethal damage to the suspect, or dummy in this demo, with pepper rounds and direct impact.
All these markings, that's from the drone?
Yeah, so the little holes are from drones, and then these different marks here, these are from the pepper rounds bouncing off the guy's chest.
All of it an effort to buy time.
We want to make sure that person is degrade it as we can in a non-lethal manner so that they're unable to continue murdering children.
The program is not active in any schools yet, but the company says it expects to start training programs in 4 Texas schools this year. And Florida Governor Ron DeSantis just approved state funding to bring it to 3 of their school districts.
Do you want these drones in your school?
Absolutely.
John Lux, father and principal of this charter school in Miami, hopes to have the peace of mind.
As a father, you ask me, what am I willing to give up in my child's school for protection? Everything.
The fear is in the data. Since the Columbine High School shooting in 1999, nearly 400,000 students across the U.S. have experienced school gun violence of some kind. Former FBI agent Rob D'Amico says this drone program is promising for school shooting response, but the root of the crisis remains.
It's still not at the point where you're, quote, stopping school shootings. Stopping school shootings is preventing the gun to get into the school, which has proven problematic.
Until then, the members of this unlikely team of drone pilots plucked from around the country say they're ready.
When he told me, hey, we got this opportunity in Texas, it sounds crazy, but it may work, I said, I'm in.
Ready for a day they hope never comes.
I'd be happy to put this system in every school in America and never use it.
A radical response for unthinkable reality in today's America. Risa Para, NBC News, Miami.
There is good news tonight about meeting your heroes and the night this little boy will never forget. There is good news tonight about a little boy's field of dreams come true and the team effort that knocked it out of the park.
Hey, boys.
For 8-year-old Dalton D. McKelly,
Here you go, buddy. Thank you.
Chase Field, home of the Arizona Diamondbacks,
You having fun? Yes.
is the real field of dreams.
Dream come true? Yes.
He's been trying to meet the team for years, but it was this video of Dalton watching the game, posted by his mom, Krista, that finally caught their attention.
And I was like, oh my gosh, like it worked. It really worked.
What was your favorite part of that whole day on the field?
Meeting the players.
Our Phoenix station, 12 News, worked with the Diamondbacks to make his dream come true.
It meant the world to me. I thought he was going to be standing there maybe with a ball and a pen and that they would sign and then be on their merry ways, but he spent quality time with these guys.
For Dalton, it wasn't always easy. He survived 3 open heart surgeries after he was born with a rare condition known as hypoplastic left heart syndrome. But now he's thriving.
That's you. Could you sign it for me? Yes.
Dalton didn't just get autographs, he gave them as he handed out his own baseball card. Will you sign one and send it to me?
Yes.
What's up, Dalton? How are you?
Hi, I'm good.
But it was this moment, meeting his hero, right fielder Corbin Carroll,
Are you happy?
that moved Dalton and Krista to tears.
Happy tears, right? Happy tears?
Just to be able to do something special for him, it meant a lot. It was a great reminder of kind of the power that we can have as athletes and the lives that we can touch.
What was going through your mind in those moments?
As a mom, you want to get your kids give your kids everything that they ever dreamed of, and especially Dalton because of what he's gone through.
Dalton's story spotlighting his condition and in return, love and support from so many.
Little wins every day just mean that much more to us. Those guys really have hearts of gold, and I just want to thank them over and over again. They couldn't have made it a more perfect day for Dalton.
And now that Dalton has achieved his dream, Krista has her own of helping kids with similar conditions have an experience like Dalton did. That's Nightly News for this Sunday. Tom will be back tomorrow. I'm Hallie Jackson. For all of us at NBC, thanks for watching and have a great week.
Ready to hit a home run. That's a home run right there.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.